Overwatch 2 is a game like many others with multiple heroes with different abilities. However, unlike many of its competitors, Overwatch 2 allows you to change your heroes mid-game. So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you shouldn't be a one-trick. If you don't know what a one-trick is, it's when you only know how to play one hero. You may or may not be good with said one hero, but you only know how to play that one hero. In a recent video, I talked about the negatives of being a one-trick, so let's get more in-depth on why, and I'll be using the DPS heroes as examples for today's video. Getting hard countered. Your chances of losing the game go up exponentially if you get hard countered. Yo, shout out to all my Junkrat mains. We hate you, but we do love you. If you are a Junkrat main, you understand the pain of going against a Pharah. You could be an insane Junkrat player, but even an average Pharah player will make your game feel like a punishment. And that's without a mercy pocket. Shit, man. Pharah players can get you contemplating life, especially when you're one win away from ranking up.
My future, my hope, all my sorrows, all my struggles, all my hopes. What will I do? I can't even resist. Oh my God! If it doesn't, oh my God.
You will be the reason that your team loses. Now, I'm not saying you can't win while being hard counted. Of course you can. There are going to be times where your team picks up your slack, but the chances in you winning will be a lot less. So a lot of people like to use the argument, oh, I'm just having fun playing this hero. I promise you, those people are liars. Getting hard counted is not fun. No matter how fun your hero is to play, when you're putting up numbers like James Bond going 007, your experience is miserable, and it's the same for your teammates. You have got to learn to play multiple heroes. I hate seeing it when my teammates do not swap heroes when they are getting fisted. They are getting destroyed. I understand the argument, oh, my ult's coming, or, you know, I'm going to save for my ult. Sometimes it's just better to scrap the charge you've got on your ult and just swap. It's not worth your team losing the next 2 team fights just because you can get your one ult that you're probably only going to get 1 kill with anyways. Counterpicking. The ability to counterpick in Overwatch 2 is one of the biggest things to help you win more games. By pulling up the scoreboard mid-game and highlighting the threats in the other team, you can play against their weaknesses and you will dominate the game. I don't see enough people counterpicking, which provides so many benefits. Maybe it's just low elo players, or maybe it's just one tricks, but counterpicking is one of the best things you could do in the game, and not seeing enough of it honestly drives me nuts. I can give you an example for this. Last season we had a rock paper scissors meta with a tank role, so Ramattra, Roadhog and Orisa. Ramattra did really well against Orisa. Orisa did really well against Roadhog, and Roadhog did really well against Ramattra. It was a constant battle of switching tanks to get the edge on one another. So Ramattra did really well against Orisa because he's able to poke long range, he's able to swap forms and run right past Orisa, focusing the supports. That's why Ramattra did really well against Orisa. Orisa did really well against Roadhog because he could fortify herself, countering any hooks, and her little spinny wheel thingy, you know what I'm talking about. That could also counter the hooks. So she was really good against Roadhog. Roadhog was really good against Ramattra because he was able to land hooks effectively, and Roadhog's ultimate directly countered Ramattra's ultimate. By forcing a whole hog ultimate into Ramattra, you could force Ramattra away from your whole team, especially back last season when Ramattra's ultimate ability could last for infinity, theoretically. But counterpicking is not limited to the tank role. It could be seen in every role. I know a lot of people in low elo struggle with dealing with Bastion. A lot of low elo tanks allow Bastion in his turret form to melt through them. They don't use the cover around them to, you know, wait out the turret form. But if you're playing DPS and you're realizing that your team is struggling with the enemy Bastion, you can play heroes like Tracer with a high mobility, completely destroy Bastion. I know Tracer is kind of hard to play, but with Bastion having such a high hitbox, Bastion is one of the easiest characters to kill with Tracer. If you're on support and you constantly feel helpless when Ana throws aggressive biotic nades onto your tank or your DPS, stopping you from healing them, then counter swap to Kiriko to cleanse your teammates. Also, Kiriko's kunais having the potential to do 120 headshot damage do really well against stopping Ana from peeking for a second or two. That 1 or 2 seconds that Ana stops peeking, your team can take advantage of. I know Kiriko can seem quite daunting being a high skill ceiling type of hero to play, but taking the time to learn to play Kiriko, maybe in quick play, maybe you can do it in ranked, but taking the time to learn to play the hero so that you can counter effectively will help you more in the long run. Sure, you may struggle in the beginning, but in the long run, you're going to be more beneficial to your team at learning to play characters like Kiriko. Make them play your game. So be in control of the tempo of the game. Force the opposing team to play into your hands. Be the reason they need to swap to counter you. The only way you are able to do this consistently and effectively is by learning to play multiple heroes and causing the opposing team to play a certain way. So for example, if you were to play Pharah, the opposing team are going to have to play hit scans to even help counter you, if they can. And if they don't swap, you will destroy that game. We all know that certain heroes are better on certain maps, but by being well versed in multiple heroes, it will give you that edge on every single map. Like I explained in a previous video, having multiple heroes in your arsenal that you can play confidently, your chance to win different maps increases. But do not spread yourself too thin. Specialize in a few. My advice would be to learn 2 or 3 heroes per role. So specialize in a few, get good with them, and then learn the hero matchups. Learn which heroes you can pick off easily. Learn which heroes take a lot more resources to pick off. Learn which heroes counter you. Learn what positions to play. All of these skills will take time, but you can't expect to hit the high ranks easily without putting time into the game. Alright YouTube, that was the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it and I hope it does help. If it did help, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. YouTube, I will see you in the next video where I will be using Battle Mercy. So yeah, YouTube, have a great day, have a great week, and I'll catch you in a bit. Peace.